Good evening. So today I'm doing a reflective activity for my English 315 class, and it's about job application materials. In this unit, I practice cutting cover letter, making a social media profile on Miami's Handshake, and making a resume. Now, this is something I've already done before, but it's been a while since I wrote a resume and a cover letter. And I always remember it being this intimidating task, but it's really not once you get to basic principles, because the materials that we were required to read for this activity put it down really simple. Like it said, reverse chronological order based on the closest to what's relevant. I put my Miami experience first because it's the most current, and did reverse chronological order uh, because that's what was most relevant, and employers are interested in most recent. If it is the most recent, is the most relevant. Once it comes to the job app materials, what I saw is that my resume is pretty scanty compared to other people's, and outside of like my individual home endeavors as well as what coursework I take, I don't have a lot of stuff relevant. So in my cover, I kind of had to bend the rules a bit on what seems relevant, and convince the employer that these experiences are relevant, even though they span across different areas. And what I learned is that working for a job is partially about not just what you have in experience, convincing the employer that what you have could be used. Like I explained in my cover letter, that my American Sign Language and baking skills, even though they're not completely irrelevant, writers have to comment and write out different tasks. So having a varied experience is an asset during being a writer at these companies, because you write about most each recent issues that can span across a lot of topics. So the seemingly irrelevant sort of became a hidden asset, or would could have become one, depending on if the employer interpret what I wrote the way I wanted it to be interpreted. I did apply for this actual job. I hope I do get it. I mean, if I don't, then I'll just try again, because that's what um, job applications are about. Because everything is not every type of job is not for everybody. Like it's all about shifting to see what's relevant to you, and it's not the end of the world because they say no. The cover letter that I posted was the Miami's handshake gave you option of posting just cover letter, but mine's just tailored to that job, and I'll have to write a new one for each job that I try to apply to. Well, more specifically, I'm doing an internship. I hope to find a paid internship, but I guess where it comes at, I guess whatever comes, what doesn't. Don't act like it's the end of the world because you didn't get what you wanted. And once it comes to resumes, it was really all about authenticity and not exaggerating your experience. Just learning how to use what you do have as an asset. Um, Resume is supposed to be your professional qualities at a glance, which is kind of hard to portray when things are a bit scant, but that's how it goes. And once it comes to writing a resume, now I feel a little more comfortable doing it. Giving feedback to the team was fine. They were pretty good at what they were doing, and it's not really that hard to write a resume now. It's just learning how to format it. That's really it. Thank you. Have a nice day.